Hello lovelies, this is Instant Miso, creator of Siren's Lament, but you could also just call me Miso, and this is my voice meme. I'm going to try to answer these questions to the best of my ability, however I won't give any spoilers, and just to let you guys know, I'm going to skip over some questions that have been previously asked, so I'm sorry if I skip over you. It's probably just because someone's already asked the same question before you. So with that said, here we go. So the first set of questions are going to be from my Instagram. Actually, I think most of these questions are going to come from my Instagram page. But yeah, I'll get to my Twitter questions because I think I have a few from there afterwards. But yeah, let's get started. The first question is from that pale person, and they're asking, when did you first get the idea for Siren's Lament? It was definitely sometime while I was making Where Tangents Meet. Oh, and if you guys don't know where Tangents Meet is, it's actually my first webcomic that I've made. Yeah, and it was sometime during the middle of that series when I was just like, I want to do a new comic, and I want it to be about mermaids. So yeah. Alright, so the next question is from Emoji Noji, and they're asking, what made you want to draw manga? Actually, I was introduced to manga at a very young age. And I think that has a lot to do with my uncle, who is a professional artist and a huge comic fanatic, and he introduced me to manga at a very young age, so I have mainly him to thank. But I've loved manga for literally as long as I can remember. And yeah, I've loved drawing comics ever since I was like 4. So yeah, it's just always been a part of my life. Next question is from Brighton the Artist. Oh, and heads up guys, I'm really sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, so please bear with me, and I'm sorry. But anyways, Brighton the Artist is asking, was it hard coming up with the idea for Siren's Lament? It actually wasn't as hard as I imagined it would be, because before Siren's Lament, I've never done a fantasy comic before. So it was really interesting coming up with like these a completely different setting, you know? And yeah, it actually wasn't as hard as I imagined it would be. And of course the storyline didn't come to me all at once, but rather in bits and pieces at a time. And then everything just sort of fell into place. And yeah. So the next question is from Emily Glass 1414, and she's asking, what inspired you to make Ian, Lyra, and Sean? Oh, okay, guys, quick interruption. I know a good amount of you pronounce Lyra's name as Lyra, but I personally call her Lyra because I associate her name with music. Like, lyrics. There's no right or wrong way. Technically, in the official Chinese and Thai translations, her name is Lyra. So, yeah, it's basically what you prefer. It's okay. No one's gonna get mad. Alright, anyways, I got off subject. Back to the question. The characters actually came after I decided on a plot. And at first they were very vague, as, you would imagine a lot of characters start off. But I assume you could tell what tropes they kind of play off of. And yeah, eventually they developed their own personalities, and I thought about them and their interactions and how well they fit in with the storyline. Alright, so next question is from Lovebird Forever. And they're asking, have you considered writing 2 endings for those who are fans of Ian and those who are fans of Sean? I actually have thought about it, but then there's the issue of like, oh, what's the true ending? And then people will be like, so what's the real ending since there's like 2? Which can be pretty unsettling, but I don't know. I feel like I have to stick with one solid ending, but I don't know. We'll see. It's like not until the distant future. But yeah, anyways. Next question is from EzalXX, and they're asking, how long have you been drawing? When did you start? How different was your style back then? And how did you learn? Yeah, I've been drawing since I was 4 years old, and I went through a lot of art phases. So I feel like my style has changed drastically throughout my life. I mean, if you draw for a long time, then, like, given your art style is bound to change because you're improving and experimenting and whatnot. But yeah. So, next question is from Emily Stevens, and they're asking any webcomics you would suggest. Oh man, there are like so many great webcomics online Webtoon. I feel like I wouldn't be able to list them all at once without forgetting one on accident. So, to avoid feeling bad, okay, one that I really loved, and the reason why I downloaded the Line Webtoon app in the first place, before I started working for them, was specifically for Girls of the Wilds, which got completed last October. So now my Sundays are not the same without Girls of the Wilds, but it's okay. Alright, so next question is Michelle Mintsu is asking, how do you know Kenny? That is a classified information. No, just kidding. We met online during the time I was working on WTM, and he was like, hey dude, wanna listen to my music? And I was like, okay. And that's the story of how I witnessed the magical wizardry of Kenny's music. Alright, anyway, moving on. The next question is from Katerina, and they're asking, how old is Lyra? Lyra is 21 years old. I never mentioned it, but there is enough information in the comic given for someone to actually calculate her age. One of the readers did, and I was pretty impressed. They were like, okay, if Cohen is 7 and he's 14 years apart from Lyra, that means Lyra is 21, and if Sean is 4 years older than Lyra, then Sean must be 25, and we still don't know Ian's age. But yeah, there you have it. Next question is from Sammy Summer, and they're asking, what did your first character designs for the main 3 look like? They had a lot of different initial designs, and it's hard to just explain it without showing you guys actual pictures. But just to put it shortly, Lyra's old design looks like a younger version of herself, and Ian's old design looks more obnoxious, I guess. And Sean's old design is, my mom worded it as, he looks too high maintenance. Yeah, Sean actually had a piercing in the beginning, but I was like, nah, piercing's gotta go, honey. So yeah, I just kept drawing them until they fit with the personalities I made them, and yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how their final designs turned out. Okay, so next question is from Nozomiya, and they're asking, who's your favorite character to draw and why? Dude, how can you ask who my favorite is? I love my babies all equally, okay? But yeah, honestly, I really can't pick a favorite. Sometimes it jumps around, and yeah, no, I can never pick a favorite. And they all have like their plus sides, especially when you have to draw characters consecutively, especially for comics. I feel like it's really convenient if like the character isn't like too detailed. Not too detailed, but if they don't have like too many difficult features to draw. So yeah, they're the main 3 like have parts of them that I do enjoy drawing, and like they have their own like plus sides and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, next question is from EVXO, and they're asking, how do you come up with characters, traits, and designs for your comics? I don't know. I think I just come up with the character first. Their personality first. And then I go on to like trying to making their features and stuff and what would suit that type of personality. And yeah. Next question is from Aquari KH, and they're asking, If you had to bring one of the characters in Siren's Lament in real life, who would it be? That's like similar to picking, oh hey, who's your favorite? So no, I can't choose, okay? Okay, next question is from 3DAA, or 3DA, and asking, when did Ian start liking pudding? Okay, my question is, who doesn't like pudding? Like, really? So I guess the proper answer for that would be he liked pudding ever since he tried it. So, yeah. Alright, so next question is from Lee Da, and they're asking, are there any people in particular that inspired any characters of Siren's Lament? Also, how do you feel about people who fandubs your work? There's no one in particular that inspired the characters for Siren's Lament, but like there are like some personality types that like things that they say, the characters say, that remind me of people I do know in real life. So yeah, they're not particularly based off of anybody. And how do you feel about people who do fandubs? I think fandubs are freaking awesome. Like, I still can't believe how people put aside time to like get people in groups and like find voice actors and like just edit the videos all together. And like, that's crazy, you know? Like, that takes a lot of time. But yeah, I think it's really cool how people interpret the story and how they feel the characters sound and how they go about the dialogue that I make. It's just really, really interesting, and I really enjoy them a lot. Anyways, next question is from Tonio Marie, and they're asking, how do you space your work week out when doing each chapter? Okay, to be honest, if I'm not doing school stuff, then usually I'm working on comic stuff. So yeah, it's been kind of a little more difficult with my schedule, especially this semester. But yeah, if I'm not doing schoolwork, I'm probably doing comic stuff. And like I bring my work stuff to school so I could work during like, my free time at school in the library. And yeah, if I'm not doing work or if I'm not at school, I'm either sleeping or eating or relaxing. Okay, but anyways. Next question is from Amy Wong, 745, and she's asking, do you have an idea of what the whole story of Siren's Lament is, or do you think of something new every week? Okay, so basically, I kind of have I have a general idea of what's going on, but yeah, basically every week I kind of like refine my thought process. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Anyways, so next question is from Erica Satsumiko, and they're asking, who do you ship in SL? I ship everybody, basically. Alright. So the next question is from Brighton the Artist, and they're asking, I try and write sometimes, but I often lose motivation for my stories and they stay unfinished. How do you keep yourself motivated? So I feel like thinking about the finished product in the end is always a good motivator for me. And that's what's so great about being a creator. You have the ability to create things and then look at it after, whether it be, writing or drawing. And I feel like my readers also help a lot with motivating me to keep going. But my advice is to just simply have fun with it and make it fun for yourself and try finding fun in, challenging yourself. Even if it is tedious sometimes. Just do it for the end product, because you'll be able to pat yourself on the back in the end. Yeah. Next question is from Instapandra, and they're asking, did you ever have any doubts about Siren's Lament? Did anyone ever make you feel like you shouldn't continue on with the webcomic? Siren's Lament, not so much. I'm actually having a lot of fun making Siren's Lament. But maybe this question would be relevant to my first webcomic, Where Tangents Meet, because when I started that series off, I was just doing it for fun, and I honestly didn't mean for it to become something serious, and I didn't know I'd be picked up by a line webtoon. But yeah, I feel like people would tell me that I sucked at writing and that my drawings were hideous. And after getting negative feedback after negative feedback, it does take a toll on you. And I did get discouraged. But I feel like since then I've learned to brush it off better. I mean, I still do get like hate messages and stuff, but my advice is only to focus on the good. And taking in criticism is good, but if it's just something unnecessary, like someone telling you, "Oh, I've seen 5-year-olds draw better than you," and yeah, those people aren't worth your time. And in the end, it's really your happiness that matters. So do what makes you happy, and only focus on the good. All right. So the next question is from. How long until the idea... Oh, this is from Queso17. They're asking, how long until the idea for Siren's Lament went into action after you had the idea? I got the idea for Siren's Lament sometime during the middle of Where Tangents Meet, which was during summer 2015. And as soon as WTM ended in December, I was working on the prologue for Siren's Lament. So that all happened pretty fast. Next question is from, has the plot in SL changed since the first episode? If so, what were some of the trash plot ideas? Yeah, I feel like it always does, and I'm always changing things up that are going to happen in the future. I can't think of any right now, but I feel like some of the recent changes I made involve spoilers, so I can't say them. Sorry. But yeah. Next question is from... Some of these are like repeated questions, so I can't answer them because that would be redundant. Alright, so Jasmine Isn't Funny is asking, how are you so perfect? What? I'm far from perfect. But they're also asking, also, do you like memes? Memes are cool. Yeah, memes are funny. I think they're like a big part of our culture and our generation. Okay, so next question is, who taught you how to draw and did you go to art school? I'm actually a self-taught artist, but as of fairly recently I've decided to pursue art in school, so I guess I am like learning now, like I'm being educated. Next question is from Kinchai, and they're asking, can I marry Ian? Okay, right now, Ian in my head is saying, can you? Insert inappropriate wink. Alright, so next question is from Sarcastically, and they're asking, is it possible for Ian to be a meme lord on the internet? I don't know. I really don't know about that, but he could probably be a pudding lord if he wanted. So, next question is from Winky Wonky, and they're asking, hey Miso, do you have any advice for people who want to be comic artists too? I have gotten this question like prior to this meme, and my advice is just have fun with it. Do it for yourself and don't worry so much about what other people think, and just write and draw about something you're really passionate about. That way you won't ever get tired of it. And yeah. So the next question is from Color Rocks Bleach, and they're asking, who's better, Ian or Sean? My answer to that is Lyra. Okay, so next question is from the Fandom Trash Can, and they're asking, will you ever do a face reveal? maybe. I mean, I do partial selfies on Twitter from time to time, like, but I cover it up with like a sticker or something. But I'm just meh about taking pictures of myself in general. So, I don't know. We'll see. Next question is from Shimmer the Powerful, and they're asking, are any of the characters in Siren's Lament based on yourself? I feel like I can relate to Lyra with the whole lack of self-confidence stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna be real. Lyra is a lot more organized than I am. And actually, maybe I can relate to Sean more because he's easily flustered and he's pretty good at embarrassing himself. And I honestly don't know where Ian comes from. I don't know. Alright, so next question is from the Yaoi Army, and their question is, have you ever shipped Ian and Sean? Be honest. Yeah, dude, I ship Ian and Sean all the time. Okay, so, next question is from Madol Official, and they're asking, does anyone help you with your comics, your story thing? I feel like your life is pretty much busy. Aside from Kenny putting in music from time to time, I feel like, yeah, I work on Siren's Lament by myself. Like writing the dialogue and writing and drawing. And I was talking to one of the creators at New York Comic Con, and they were like, isn't that a lot of work to do on your own? And then they're like, oh, wait, I know. You're a control freak. And I was like, yeah, I'm a control freak. So, there you have it. So, next question is from Day XNA. And they're asking, how long does one episode usually take? By the way, like my profile pic, winky face. Their profile pic is Ian. But, yeah, an episode takes a week. That's why it's uploaded on a weekly basis. I work on the episodes on a weekly basis. So they essentially take a week. So don't ask me to upload twice in a week because that's like murder. So, next question is from Meg Want Soup, and they're asking, how did you gain followers for your work / webtoons? Honestly, I feel like I didn't really have to search I didn't really have to search for my followers. They kind of just came to me. And I feel like I have mainly like the webtoon platform to thank. So, yeah. Next question is from Fascination. What's your favorite genre to create stories around? Like, do you enjoy the slice of life stuff or more fantastical, dangerous journeys? Honestly, I'm probably more of a slice of life sort of person, and like, I always like romance stuff. So, yeah. Next question is from... A lot of these are repeated. A lot of these are really similar questions, so I'm just skimming over them. Alright, so this one is Brala Grim Queen, and they're asking, what is your favorite program to use to illustrate your comics? Okay, so I only use one program, and that's Photoshop CS5. And yeah, I use that for everything. Manatee is asking, who do you ship Lyra with? I ship Lyra with everybody. Jessica the Flower is asking, what's your favorite food? I like seafood. Yeah, so seafood's always like a solid for me. A solid favorite for me. Okay, so next question is from Dreaming33 Blues, and they're asking, how long is Siren's Lament going to be? Siren's Lament is going to be pretty long. I feel like I'm still relatively far from finishing the first season. So, yep. Next question is from Kai Kokoro, and they're asking, will you be doing another soundtracks giveaway? I didn't get the chance to enter the last ones because I was too late, so I hope you do another one again. Love your works. Aw, thanks. But, as of right now, no, we're not doing a soundtracks giveaway, but I will let you guys know if we ever do again. Next question is from Fair Hair David, and they're asking, how tall are you? You always drew yourself dwarf-like in the story. I'm like 154 centimeters. That's like 5 feet 1 inch. So yeah, I'm pretty short in real life. That's what you get for being a girl and Asian. Anyways, Alejandra is asking, how'd you pick Lyra's hairstyle? I don't know. I just wanted to pick a simple hairstyle that was easy to draw and that fit her personality. So, you know, it's very like swoopy because it is fun to draw, but I don't know. It just felt right, so I stuck with it. Next question is from Crazy Apple Pie 12, and they're asking, who do you think is honest character? I think they're asking, who do you think is the most honest character? And I'd probably have to say Corey. Corey is the most honest character, hands down. Next question is from CX Mikashime, and they're asking, what's your favorite genre to read other than romance? It's kind of hard because, like, I really, really love romance, but no, yeah, I enjoy a lot of other genres, but predominantly I do read romance, but I like slice of life a lot. Slice of life. And I do like horror and a lot of other things. Probably the type of comics I read like the least is sports, maybe. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there are more genres, but I'm kind of brain dead right now. Anyways, moving on. Next question is from Kiss My Gummies, and they're asking, when you thought up the concept for Siren's Lament, who is the most difficult character for you to create, or who was the easiest? As a writer, sometimes my cast doesn't cooperate with my ideas, so I wonder if this happens to you too. I felt like I had challenges with, like, all of the main three, but, I don't know. It was interesting, but I don't think one of them was, like, more difficult than the other. So the next question is from Aoi Siachi. I probably totally butchered that, but as much as I love your romance comics, did you ever consider to write stories of a different genre? Honestly, maybe like a slice of life, but I've never strayed away from the romance genre, so I think it would be kind of weird to do something different. But I don't know. Who knows? Alright, so next one is from Smiley Miali, and they're asking, will you ever make more dolls or more doll clothes for the characters from Siren's Lament? I mean, I would like to, because if you guys haven't seen or whatever, I made felt dolls of Ian, Lyra, and Sean. And yeah, I feel like I would want to make more of the characters as felt dolls, but I just haven't had time to, or I haven't made the time to. Next one is from YLYJZL, and they're asking, do you love mermaids as I do? And will you be still writing stories about, and after Siren's Lament, will you still be writing stories about mermaids? Yeah, I wrote about mermaids because I like mermaids. And I think it's a good possibility that I might continue writing about mermaids, even after Siren's Lament. Alright, so next question is from Reina's username, and they're asking, if you morphed into a vegetable for 5 minutes every time you sneezed, what kind of vegetable would you be and why? I would be a corn, because I'm so corny. Ha ha, get it? Okay, that's enough. Anyways, Maria Napuret is asking, do you have any other webtoons you are working on? No, I am not working on any other webtoon other than Siren's Lament as of right now. I mean, it would be cool, and I try thinking of like other webtoon ideas. But yeah, I'm pretty much focused on Siren's Lament currently. Another question is from Ponochka Nar? No, Ponochka R. I'm sorry, I butchered that. And they're asking, would you like to have a friend in Russia? Yeah, sure. I would love to have a friend in Russia. Oh my gosh. So the next question is from Black Nime. They're asking, if you didn't pursue with comic/art, what can you picture yourself as? Oh man. I haven't thought about that in a while. And it just kind of makes me realize that, like, wow, I don't do anything but comics, really, and art. And I'm like, dang, I'm pretty boring. But, I don't know. I mean, if you don't consider writing as an art, maybe I just stick with writing. I don't know. I don't know. So next question is from Huiyin, and they're asking, what do you think about turning Siren's Lament into an animated series? I mean, it's not like I have the power to do that, but I feel like that would be pretty cool, seeing Siren's Lament animated. Shai Pra is asking, can you speak more than one language? No, I only know English, because I suck. I mean, I took some, like, Spanish classes, and I know, like, very little Spanish, but that's it. Luz XX33 is asking, based on Landon's interest in astronomy and WTM and mine, I want to know if Siren's Lament is also connected/inspired by Greek mythology of the constellation of Lyra and Lear. No, it's not. I remember I got Lyra's name from Lyric, so yeah. And also, I feel like a lot of people are confusing the Poseidon as like the Greek god. But the Poseidon is just a name that the sirens gave the creator of the curse. So it's not really directly related to Greek mythology. They just use the name, and like the names are like reused, but it's not connected to Greek mythology. Just to try to make a clear that misunderstanding. Anyways, do I sound tired? I'm a little tired, but I'm just gonna keep going. Next question is from Lucky Muppets, and they're asking, how are you so amazing? I don't know, you probably won't answer this since it's not a real question, but you're so amazing. Oh, that's so sweet. But thanks. I don't think so, but thanks. I don't know. Every time, I know I used to have a bad habit. Every time my friends gave me a compliment, I would try to muster like the ugliest face that I can. But I feel like I shouldn't do that anymore. So sometimes you have to learn to accept compliments and say thank you instead of being like, no. But yeah, I appreciate it. So Pre-Miko Neko is asking, hi Miso, do you like miso? Well, yeah, that's like my username, and I do have a shirt that says miso hot on it. And has like a miso soup bowl. Next question is from Naomi LML, and they're asking, do you like watching cartoons or anime? If you do, what's your favorite? I do like watching cartoons and anime. I can't say I've watched too many animes recently, but I've been recommended like a bunch. And I still haven't gotten to watching them, but I like Steven Universe as a cartoon. And that's probably like the only cartoon I keep up with, really, but yeah, that's it. I mean, there are other cartoons that I like check up on every so often, but yeah. Right. So next question is from May Riri, and they're asking, can you do a gender bend of Ian, Sean, Lyra, and Aaliyah? I don't know. I'm not like too big of a fan of gender bends. I mean, like I have considered it, but honestly, yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of gender bends. Alright, so Team Ian, or, okay. Misha G is asking Team Ian or Team Sean. My answer to that is Team Lyra. A lot of these are like, oh, where do you get like your inspiration to write Siren's Lament? And I feel like I already answered that, but like those are, I feel like they're like 30% of the questions. Or, I don't know. I don't know the percentage. Oh my gosh, a lot of these are repeated. Alright, so it's that one Asian Laura is asking, do you prefer cats or dogs? Okay, personally, I have a dog. His name is Pogi. But honestly, I personally feel like I'm more of a cat person. I feel like if I ever move out on my own, I would get a cat. Because I feel like that fits my personality more. I don't know. I don't go outside enough. This person's asking, okay, this user is Bunny Babe, and they say, hi Miso, I read your comics a lot on Webtoons, not just Sirens of Men either. I just had a couple questions. First, do you write comics on anything else or any stories anywhere else? No, I do not. And then they say, second, I love to know where this Webtoon idea came from. I just wanted to write a story about mermaids. And third is, where do you get the music for your Webtoons? I get them from Kenny. And I love the music on Sirens of Men. I was just curious where you got it from. I get it from Kenny Comics. Yep. He's the music person. Okay. Our crazy cat is asking, what's your favorite kind of music and color? My favorite kind of music, I like to listen to a lot of genres, but I think if you looked in my iTunes right now, it would probably be mostly pop music. What's my favorite color? For the longest time it used to be green, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards blue now. Just Angela's asking, how did you come across the idea to give Sean his faded hair color and Ian his silver/white hair color? To be honest, Sean's hair is like really easy to color, and that's like one of the things I love about him. Because his hair is so easy to color. I feel like Ian's is easy to color too, because I don't really have to color it. But yeah, I felt like it just fit their personalities, and like I did experiment, and if you've seen my like previous images before, Ian did have like red hair, and I'm like, you look so obnoxious. Then I gave him like silver hair and was like, better, you seem more mysterious. And then Sean originally had like more of like a brownish hair color, and then I made it like more orangish because I thought it looked better and he looked like, you know, less plain. But yeah, I guess that's it. Audrey Kim is asking, how do you draw proportionately? I think it's just practice. Just observe stuff, make like not reference points, but know where things are located in the body associated with like where other things are located. Like for example, your eyebrow lines up with the top of your ear, and your elbow lines up with like your rib cage, the bottom of your rib cage or something. So yeah, those are just things I like to keep in mind, and just practice, practice, practice. That was already asked already. Hi Miso, I love you. Love, love, love. Oh, this is from Chinky Winks. And they're saying, your drawings with Kenny's music is beautiful. I hope I can write songs like that in the future too. What do you think your best moment was during your time working for Webtoon? You know, I've had a lot of good moments, and I feel like I continue to still have a lot of good moments while working for Webtoon. But one of my most memorable was meeting like my fans, like at all the conventions that I went to, especially last year. And it's just really amazing, like meeting you guys in person, because it's easy to forget, like, you know, that there are actual like physical people out there who like read my comic, and it's really cool, and I really like appreciate and admire my fans for, you know, just being so supportive, and I love you guys a lot. So yeah, okay. Next question. Macaroon S is asking, I'm not sure if you already answered this question before, but how long have you had all the characters? About over a year. I mean, Siren's Lament, the comic has been published for about a year now, so a little over a year. Thalia GP is asking, how old are you? Thanks. I'm 23. I'm gonna be 24 in September. Yeah. There's a lot of, are you Team Ian or Team Sean questions, and my answer is I'm Team Lyra. Okay, so Terry Z is asking, have you always planned on being an artist? Did you go to school or are going to school for art, or did you figure out you love doing this later in life? Siren's Lament is my favorite thing ever, by the way. Screenshots, your art takes up my camera roll. Oh no! Ah, man. No, actually, growing up in like an Asian family, you're kind of always told to pursue a type of career that's like financially stable. So I always told myself art is just gonna be a hobby. But as of like recently, probably within the past like year, 2 years, I decided that art is something that I really want to pursue, and it's something that I want to do as a career. So yeah, right now I'm going to school and I want to pursue art. I mean, it took me longer than I should have to realize, but I'm just glad I'm on the path that I want to be right now. And a lot of these questions like, oh, who's your favorite character? And like, I don't have a favorite character, guys. Like, they're all my favorites. And some of these are like, how do I answer that? Like, Sarah Ruth Camp says, how much do you love sirens and mythical creatures? It's like, how do I answer that? It's like, I love sirens, because I made a comic about them, I guess, so I must love them that much. I don't know. Some of these are really personal too. It's just like, where are you from? It's just, I don't want people to find me. No. I kind of feel bad because I'm skipping over a lot of questions, but like, I feel like I already answered something similar, so sorry, but okay, let's try. Oh, okay, so Ella Rocks 2002 is asking, what are the main characters' last names? I did not give them last names, actually, because I felt like if I did give them last names, people would easily, like, give them ethnicities, and I kind of just want to keep everyone's ethnicities ambiguous, because the setting for Siren's Lament is supposed to be ambiguous. It's not supposed to be in a particular place like that exists in our world. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Alright, so Tina Wa is asking, what do you like about creating comics? I don't know. It's great because well, one, I think I like drawing over writing, but like both of them combined together is great. You get to just, I feel like it's the way I can express myself the best. I'm pretty bad with my words. If you haven't noticed, for like, this past voice meme, I'm pretty awkward when talking and explaining myself. But I feel like I can express myself a lot better through art and writing. And I loved drawing comics as a little kid because I would show it to like my sisters and my cousin, and just seeing their reactions and like them laughing while reading it, that just brought me like so much happiness, just to see that something that I created was able to make someone that I love smile. And I don't know, I know that's like really cheesy and stuff, but that's like the main reason why I started doing comics. It just brought me ultimate happiness, and it still brings me ultimate happiness. Yeah. Alright, so moving on. What kind of music do you listen to? Oh, okay, while you work. And this question is from Crystal Lilac 13. I listen to like all sorts of music. I listen to Kenny's music from the previous soundtracks. And sometimes it just really depends on my mood or like the mood of the chapter. But yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff, not just one particular genre of music while I work. So Takalu fan is asking, have you ever felt like you can't choose between Team Sean and Team Ian? I love them both with Lyra. Let me tell you, it's just really funny sometimes, because when I'm drawing Ian and Lyra moments, I'm in a Lyra and Sean mood, but sometimes when I'm drawing Lyra and Sean moments, I'm in a Ian and Lyra mood. So yeah, it gets kind of like, why? But it's fun. A lot of these questions are what inspired Siren's Lament. But I don't know, it's just I wanted to draw comics about mermaids. One salty hoe. What a username. But they're asking, is Siren's Lament based on your love life? Like, are you torn between two guys and can't decide which one really wants you? No, Siren's Lament is not based on my love life. I am in a relationship with my job. So, yeah, relationship with this comic. That's just all I spend my time doing. Anyways, moving on. Some of these aren't even questions, oh my gosh. But they're very sweet. You guys are also sweet. I'm gonna get diabetes because of you guys. Name Nyan is asking, where did you get the idea of the name Lyra? I felt awkward reading SL at first because it's my real name. I'm not sure if I may have kind of answered it earlier, but I wanted her name to deal with like song or music. And originally, like, her name was Orabelle or something. And I was like, eh. And then I changed it to Lyra. And I'm pretty happy with it. So K Rose Art is asking, how did you get started with drawing, and was it discouraging when there weren't that many viewers? Like I said, I started drawing at like a very young age, and I think a lot of that has to do with my love for Sailor Moon and whatnot. But actually I wasn't too discouraged when there weren't that many viewers because I didn't really care too much. I just cared about showing like my friends and the people I cared about, like the stuff that I made, and then just eventually other people started looking at my stuff and they're like, "Hey, I like this," and I was like, "Oh wow, that's so weird." But yeah, just I wouldn't. My suggestion for people who want to get their work out there, like, don't worry about how many views you get. Just all you have to care about is doing what you want and having fun with it, and then surely people will follow along after and see like how passionate you are about just what you do. A lot of these are asking for spoilers. I told you guys, no spoilers. Alright, so I guess that's it for the Instagram questions. Then I'm gonna move on to my Twitter questions. I think I have a few here. And then we'll wrap this up because you guys are probably asleep by now. But yeah, alright. Opening my Twitter. I really suck at keeping up my social media, if you guys haven't noticed already. And even worse, I suck at getting back to my messages. Like, you could ask my best friends, and they will be like, "Oh yeah, that's just a normal miso thing to do." Her not checking her messages and not getting back until like forever and a half. And lately my phone has been like super dumb lately. And I'm really due for a new phone. I still have like an iPhone 6S, I think. Yeah. So I'm thinking about getting a 7 because this phone is cruddy. So first Twitter question is from Pepramito. She's one of my good friends actually. And the creator of Haru from Where Tangents Meet, the guy with the red hair clips. But she's asking, why are you so moe? JK, JK. Yeah, this is like an ongoing joke between the both of us, but no, I am not moe. I call her you moe. Alright, so moving on. Next question is from X1 Nova, and they're asking, once you're done with Siren Cement, do you plan on making another story? Yeah, probably. Most likely. But, Siren Cement isn't going to be finished for quite some time now, so yeah. Alright, next question. Melancholic is asking, will we ever get to see Rochelle from WTM in Siren Cement? As much as I do like cameos, yeah. Cameos, I guess. I noticed that the last one I did, although a lot of people liked it, it was kind of distracting from the story, so I don't know, I just want to avoid distractions from the story as much as possible. I know people might get upset over it, like, oh no, like, people are always asking me to, like, do more WTM, but honestly, I just want to focus on Siren Lament right now, guys. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Next one is from Kalia P, and they're asking, what was your inspiration for Siren Lament? I feel like this question was asked a lot. But yeah, I want to make comics about mermaids and the ocean because I love the ocean. I've always lived next to the ocean. So, yeah. Izzy Rosali is asking, how do you balance work and study? Also, where's Kenny? Kenny's just chilling. I don't know, ask him. But I'm actually taking like minimal units at my university right now, so it is easier to balance my my work and my school. Probably, you know, compared to someone who loads their units. But yeah, I mean, it gets really time consuming, and all I have time for like lately is just strictly school and work, but I'm somehow managing to get by. Duchess Plums is asking, do you have any advice for someone who wants to start a comic? Just have fun with it, dude. And don't get discouraged. Just go all out. Have fun. Do it for yourself. Don't try to impress anybody. And do something you're really passionate about. Like, make your comic about something you love. If you love cats or something, you make your story about cats. If you love, I don't know, sports, you make it about sports. But, yeah. Isa Marina is asking, where are you from? And I feel like several people have asked this question, and people ask this question quite frequently, but I'm gonna let you guys decide. I don't know. I've told some people before, but I'm gonna let you guys decide where I'm from, or, you know, kind of guess. I wonder if you guys could tell by my accent, because some of my friends told me, like, hey, yeah, you have an accent from this place, and it's like, oh, wow, I never noticed. Alright. Oh, that one's not a question, but that's really nice. Sorry, I'm just reading through these guys. Alright, so Pio Desu is asking, how did you come up with the mythology behind the story? Did you come up with the mythology behind the story first, or is this something you developed through Lyra's tale? It's kind of sort of both. Of course, I thought of the plot first, and then I come up with the mythology and how it could work well with the storyline. And there are some things like I decide to add in, and there are some things that that I've made in the way beginning. So yeah. Little Les is asking, really wondering how's school going. It's time consuming, but I'm getting by, I think. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so last one is from Sim Lover. They're asking, tips for drawing? Just keep practicing and practicing and practicing. Don't get discouraged. Something that I'm pretty bad at doing, but my uncle who's like a professional artist, he told me that you should never throw away your old art, because if you throw away your old art, you can't document your improvement that you make. So yeah, always keep your old drawings so you could look back and see how much you've grown, and just have fun with it. And don't forget to challenge yourself and be observant. But yeah, that's about all the questions, I think. And I'm really sorry if I didn't get to your question. I may have like looked over it, or it might have been like really similar to someone else's question. But I'm really glad you guys stuck around this long to listen to this voice meme thing, majiggy. At this point, I hope you guys aren't completely dead. I know I'm partially dead. But I hope you guys' ears aren't bleeding from the sound of my voice. And this was interesting and something new, and maybe we could do it again sometime. But I really appreciate you guys participating and, just listening to this voice meme. And I love you guys. You guys are seriously the best readers anyone could ask for. Take care. I'll talk to you guys later.